Hey y'all, it's Tiffany, founder, creator of Tiffany Denise Fitness, lover of all things balance. And I hope you all are excited that it is Friday, yay. Anyway, I kind of just got excited and carried away just now. But anyway, after losing over 90 pounds naturally, I am super passionate about helping others with busy lifestyles to lose weight and feel great. So y'all, I'm going to be short and sweet. I've got a message for you, and I am indeed broadcasting from my car again. I just got off work, and y'all, I for real, I have to get to the salon to do something with my eyebrows. They look all right now, but if you brush them down, look at that. A mess, real long. So anyway, I've got to make it to the shop, and so I wanted to go ahead and go live now because this is a very important message that I have for you. Okay, so today's topic is on weekend binge eating. Do you eat healthy throughout the week only to binge eat on the weekend and reverse all your great results? I just had to take a pause. Y'all, this was me for years. Yep, I said years. I was literally busting my butt working out, doing extreme fitness, doing interval training, and wondering why my jeans were not getting looser, wondering why the scale would not budge, wondering why those inches sometimes were even expanding. And it was because I was eating healthy throughout the week, and on the weekend I was like, ooh, turn up, I can do whatever I want to do, I can eat whatever I want to eat, I can drink whatever I want to eat. And y'all, that was not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. So anyway, so glad I ended that terrible cycle of yo-yo dieting and so forth. And I wanted to really try to share with you some reasons why you should avoid weekend binge eating. And I'm not talking about having a treat here or there, because I'm all for having some treats. Y'all, I'm going to this weekend have a glass of wine, and I'm going to enjoy myself. But it's all about balance, right? Okay, so let me just give you an example of a weekday menu. A lot of people eat very clean throughout the week, and on the weekend they just give themselves permission to act a plum fool. That's what I was doing. Okay, so like your weekday menu, okay, you could have a smoothie, like a delicious green smoothie for breakfast, right? Okay. For lunch, you have a grilled chicken salad with the dressing on the side, no croutons, right? For dinner throughout the week, you have roasted salmon with pesto and a baked sweet potato and asparagus. For your dessert, you have 2 little pieces of dark chocolate, or maybe a small glass of wine, okay? All right, then when the weekend gets here, you're like, oh, I'm going to brunch, and you have chicken and waffles, drowned in syrup, drowned in gluten, drowned in sugar, and mimosas, plural. Then for dinner, you're like, oh, I'm going to have pizza. I love pizza. I was good this week, so I'm going to have pizza. I'm going to have chicken wings, and I'm going to have an adult beverage or 2 or 3. Okay. And then throughout the weekend, you're just snacking on randomness, like chips and cookies and stuff like that. That is not balanced. That's a very unhealthy way of living if this is your typical week. And y'all, again, I've been there, done that, and life is about balance. So does any of that sound familiar to you? Do you know people that do that? I mean, I totally get it. I totally relate. So, the truth is, food is fuel, and if we are fueling our body with junk, it's junk in and junk out. If we are fueling our body with wellness, it's wellness in and wellness out. And as it turns out, my previous weekend binging habits were not something that's unique. In fact, and y'all know I like to back everything up with not only my personal experience, but with scientific research and stuff like that, y'all. Okay? In fact, researchers found that this feast and famine mentality and practice is very much a societal norm for younger women, specifically for women between the ages of 18 to 40. Okay. And I mean, you know, it's not really surprising, because as women, we have a lot of social pressure to look a certain way and so forth. So, I mean, it's not, you know, I can understand why women would develop these unhealthy habits, unfortunately. So, I'm going to share with you like the very specifics if this is something that you're engaged in, and I would love to, you know, schedule a time to talk. I do free 15-minute consultations. So if you want to get started and you want to break this cycle, you know, shoot me a message and we'll go ahead and get that scheduled. But let me just share with you 6 potentially negative consequences for binging over the weekend. As it turns out, y'all, it's not just harmful for our waistlines and weight loss results. There are other ramifications for, you know, consistent weekend binge eating. And I'm not talking about, you know, you go on a vacation like once a year and this happens or something like that, or twice a year. I'm talking about, you know, on a regular basis. Okay. All right. I am holding my phone with my other hand, so I can't hold up all the fingers when I get to number 6, but we're going to go ahead and start with reason number 1, that you should not weekend binge eat. Okay. When you weekend binge eat, what happens is it damages the healthy bacteria that's in our gut. There are a lot of diseases and conditions that are linked to how healthy our gut is. Our gut is actually linked to our brain. It's linked to all kinds of things, and we oftentimes overlook it. I think it's not something that in the Western society that we've done a good job of talking about. But what happens is if you're eating all that sugary stuff over the weekend, which a lot of us, when we splurge, it is, you know, sugary stuff. And when I say sugary stuff, you're like, well, Tiffany, I don't like sweets. Okay, if you're eating a lot of gluten, like pasta, pizza, you know, sandwiches and stuff like that, all of that is sugar. It's gluten, it's sugar. It's going to break down as sugar. It's linked to damaging your gut bacteria, and your gut is also linked to your physical and mental health. Okay, and so we need to keep a good balance of the healthy gut bacteria, and that binge eating destroys it. So I mean, and probiotics ain't gonna cut it at that point. So anyway, it damages our gut bacteria, which has additional health ramifications. Okay, and they're not good. All right. Reason number 2 that weekend binge eating is not ideal. It creates a blood sugar roller coaster, y'all. It makes your blood sugar spike. Again, most people when they binge eat is sugary stuff, okay? I mean, it just is. And so anyway, it makes our blood sugar levels soar through the roof, right? And it creates that sugar high, and then you all of a sudden, you ever notice you're energetic, and then all of a sudden your energy is like gone, and you're like, where's my energy? And you're like, I need to take a nap, and you're like, why do I feel a need to take a nap? Like, why am I tired? Well, because you ate a bunch of donuts, or maybe 1 or 2, I don't know, and you know, your body, the sugar levels went up, and then they dropped as soon as it was processed. And it's just not healthy. Okay. All right. So reason number 3, and this is actually linked to reason number 2. I probably, cause y'all know I got my notes, did this last night. So got my notes so I can be professional. I probably could have linked those 2 points, but anyway, reason number 3 that you don't want to weekend binge eat is it will have you feeling tired. I know I just said that, but not only will it have you feeling tired. I mean, who wants to be tired on the weekend? Like, don't you want to like live your life or something on the weekend? I mean, you don't have to, a lot of times we don't have to go to work. And so, you know, our time is just our time to spend with our family and friends, and to take care of us. So you want to, you know, have some energy to do that, okay? Have some energy for yourself. But also when you binge eat on the weekend, a lot of times, because food has an impact of your chemical composition, you don't feel mentally prepared to take on the week come Sunday night. And so you're like, how am I going to get through Monday? Well, food, again, has a chemical effect, so it can rearrange some things in your brain, and it'll have you feeling a bit sluggish and a bit depressed. And we need all our strength, y'all, to take on Monday. Just saying. We need all of our strength, okay? And binge eating will not leave you feeling your best, okay? All right. Reason number four, weight gain. Binge eating on the weekend can lead to weight gain. Let's think about it. A lot of people, when they binge eat, they're consuming like 4,000 calories or so. Maybe 3 to 4. Okay. If you're consuming 4,000 calories on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's almost as many calories as you should consume throughout the week. But you just consume them over the weekend. That can add up and lead to weight gain. Not to mention that when you binge eat, because I don't believe that all calories are created equal. Yeah, I think I'm back. The signal dropped. Okay, Sprint, whatever. And so, anyway, it can lead to weight gain. I'm going to get through these before my signal drops again. Okay, reason number 5 that you should not binge eat on the weekends. Because food has, again, chemicals, it can cause you to have mood swings. And we don't want to have mood swings, y'all. We want to be balanced and level-headed and so forth. And that's because the type of fuel that you're consuming is drastically different from the fuel that you were just consuming throughout the week. And your body's like, what is going on? You're going to feel totally different, and therefore, you're not going to feel your best, and therefore, you're going to have some mood swings. And we don't want mood swings. They're no fun, okay? And lastly, and this is perhaps one of the most important points here, weekend binge eating can lead to type 2 diabetes. What can happen is, because you're typically, when you're binge eating, you're consuming a bunch of sugar, okay? Your body has to remove the sugar from your bloodstream, so, it uses insulin to do so. And so if you have too much sugar-laden foods in your diet, your body and your insulin has to work extra hard to get the sugar out of the blood. The insulin hormone is super powerful, but it can only take so much. And then some of us genetically are predisposed to, say, insulin resistance. So we don't want to give it any help in, making you become insulin resistant. Well, what helps it is eating a lot of sugary foods, okay? So over time, if you develop insulin resistance, that can then turn into, doesn't have to, okay, because you can reverse that, but it could turn into type 2 diabetes, and we don't want that, y'all. We don't want that at all, okay? So just to recap, weekend binge eating is very harmful for our physical and emotional health, okay? It damages, number 1, our gut bacteria balance, and we need our gut in working order. It's a reflection of our overall health and well-being. Number 2, it sends your blood sugar on a roller coaster. It spikes it, then you crash and you feel like trash. That was kind of corny. Okay? Number 3, you will feel tired after you crash, and then you're not going to feel mentally prepared to take on the week. We need all of our strength to take on Monday, okay? Number 4, can cause you to gain weight. If you're consuming 4,000 calories each day over the weekend, that adds up, or 3,000 or whatever, and you can gain weight. Number 5, it causes mood swings because foods have chemicals in them, and they will change the chemicals of your brain, y'all, and you'll be moody, and we don't want that. And number 6, it can eventually lead long-term to insulin resistance that could lead to type 2 diabetes, and we are not going to have that. I rebuke that. I rebuke that in Jesus' name. So anyway, I hope this has added a little bit of value to your day. It looks like it's getting ready to rain here, but I'm about to head out so I can get to the salon to get these eyebrows done. You see that? They're too long. I'm about to go get them done. And y'all have a great weekend. And so if this has added a little bit of value, Feel free to share the video, share the video, share the video, and subscribe to get notifications for when I go live. I'll check y'all here tomorrow. Have a great weekend.